Akiflow and Motion AI are two of the biggest productivity platforms. Can you pick either one and get what you need? I used to think that I could, but after using both Akiflow and the Motion app for months, I can tell you that they can help you in very different ways. So in this Akiflow versus Motion comparison, I'm going to explain what these platforms can do for you and which one best fits your work. The main difference between these productivity platforms is their core idea and workflow philosophy. Yeah, it sounds grand, I know, but it all boils down to what each platform is built around. For instance, Akiflow focuses on centralizing all tasks and calendars in one place, utilizing visual time blocking and user-defined scheduling. While it doesn't work offline, this is because of countless integrations with other services and platforms, which Akiflow combines for your convenience. On the other hand, Motion is built around AI-powered automation, and the goal is to outsource all time-consuming scheduling, note-taking, and task assigning to artificial intelligence. Now, does that still require some manual adjustment from time to time? Sure, but it saves time and automates many mundane tasks. If you already know which one strikes your fancy, you can just check the link below or scan these QR codes to get a shortcut to the platform of your choice. Both have free trials that you can try out with no strings attached. Now that we know how Motion versus Akiflow differ in goals, I'll show you how they achieve them with a feature breakdown. Since Akiflow's most significant focus point is synchronization and integration, it's no wonder that it instantly syncs with services like Gmail, Notion, Trello, Slack, and so on. I also set it up so that all my emails, calendar, and task notifications go to a unified inbox, where it's just much easier to filter them. The beauty of that is that zero setup is required beyond the basic authentication and choice of integrated services. Now, Motion is more complicated in that regard. Now, of course, it still features integration with Google Calendar and Gmail, as well as a bunch of messengers and meeting platforms like Zoom. Its AI features also successfully summarize meetings, even with many participants, and extract tasks that you can assign in a single click. The complicated part is the automation setup. Now, the learning curve may appear unnecessarily steep if you've never used Zapier or an API. This makes Akiflow faster for users with many tools, while Motion excels in a curated workspace, which requires you to set it up properly. The differences don't stop at features. Akiflow and Motion approach task organization completely different as well. Akiflow utilizes a tag-based system, and if you are prudent enough, keeping everything organized is not really a hassle at all. Plus, you can separately group tasks into separate time slots. However, there's one notable downside for team users. Akiflow is more suited for solo developers, freelancers, or entrepreneurs. It excels at building flexible workflows, maximizing one person's efficiency. Motion, on the other hand, utilizes project-based hierarchy. So projects are the first layer, then there are tasks, then subtasks. This is a slightly more demanding system, but it does include dependencies. So I can build chains of tasks for other team members to follow. And indeed, with the customizable timeline, Kanban, planning board, and list views, Motion is perfect for organizing team tasks rather than managing a single user. I would still prefer Akiflow for fast-moving, lightweight task flows for a freelance gig, but any team environment will benefit from Motion's milestone-driven project structure much more. Even the ways Akiflow and Motion schedule meetings and deal with them have little in common. You see, Akiflow offers availability sharing and a booking link feature, so I can communicate my schedule to other people and pick an optimal meeting time. So while Akiflow generally favors single users more, it is nice to contact clients or other freelancers whenever you need assistance on your projects. Whenever I schedule meetings with Akiflow, all the meeting links are still generated by apps like Zoom or Google Meet, and the booked time slots will instantly appear in my calendar next to other tasks. Motion included a booking link feature, and it integrates with the same platforms as Akiflow, Zoom and Google Meet included. Where Motion AI shines is rescheduling and timetable adjustments. It will reschedule other tasks and meetings if more urgent work is added to the timetable. In Akiflow, you'd have to do it manually, and as I pointed out, Motion is mostly a team-oriented tool for internal use. It's not that useful for communicating or working with a client directly. So while Motion is great for fast-paced teams that remember about the deadline 5 minutes before it, Akiflow is better suited for transparency and manual control, making it great for freelancers and client calls. I spend a lot of time talking about these things, and ironically, the next thing to cover is time tracking and insights. What I liked about Akiflow is that it once again maintains a very simple approach to it. There are some built-in analytics in a dashboard for individual users, and you can still use the platform to communicate externally. So for instance, I build credits and organize weekly planning reviews with Akiflow. As for time tracking, Akiflow shows how much time is spent on a tag, project, or slot. For instance, hashtag emails or hashtag design this week. Motion doesn't provide any analytics dashboards for individual users, and you won't find any time breakdowns, weekly summaries, or reports. However, when it comes to teams, Motion offers insights into workload distribution, task progress, and project timelines. The best part is that the AI portion of the app learns how long tasks usually take and adjusts the deadlines automatically as soon as it gets the estimation. So technically, Akiflow is much better to track your workload and learn from your task distribution. Meanwhile, Motion is all about optimizing the schedule for many people at once, helping me avoid this headache. While I've been talking as if Motion app review is all about AI and Akiflow is the opposite, the latter has artificial intelligence implementations too. That said, Akiflow's AI is really minimal. In my experience, all that I can do is suggest tags, help structure the inbox, and that's about it. It won't really interfere with scheduling, and ultimately, I remain in control of everything. Motion AI is a polar opposite, as I mentioned earlier. AI is its core experience, from automatically scheduling tasks to summarizing meetings, adapting to changes, and optimizing work processes. Personally, I really like that I didn't have to keep track of all these small things. My week reshapes itself just based on new circumstances, and I don't really have to even lift a finger. So yes, if you are a supporter of old-style manual ways, then go for Akiflow. Motion is all about outsourcing all the small, annoying tasks. And let's be real, I've listed a lot of functionality for both Akiflow and Motion, and in most cases, they provide a completely different experience. So, which is it easier to use and learn? Well, unsurprisingly, Akiflow is less complex and thus very easy to start with and learn. It has a pretty straightforward, low-friction onboarding with really nice visuals, and for me, it just took me a few minutes to start using it, and there's no reason why you won't be able to use all of Akiflow's features in a single day. Motion is completely different from that. I needed lengthy setup and behavior tuning for all the AI features. Starting up will not be easy, and at first, the experience is pretty chaotic. On the other hand, Motion is a great example of what is difficult in training will become easy in a battle. Once you get used to all of its functionality, Motion AI becomes very low effort to maintain. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced user, I hope you found this video informative. And if so, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll be glad to hear your feedback in the comments as well. So let's say you picked either Akiflow or Motion AI. Which one of them has the best customer support? Do they have a transparent roadmap? With Akiflow, yes to both. You can actually get a one-on-one onboarding if you're a completely new user, and it provides a variety of webinars, help center, and a public roadmap to make sure users know everything there is to know about the app. Besides, it has one of the most supportive communities I've seen amongst the best productivity apps. Motion AI follows suit, but not completely. Sure, Help Center and email support are nice, but if you struggle with onboarding, you won't really get any specialized help unless you're part of the team, which has a higher tier subscription. And unlike Akiflow, Motion AI doesn't have a public roadmap, which is not really a good practice. So with that in mind, I expect Akiflow to be a bit cheaper than Motion, and that's quite accurate. Akiflow has only one plan that unlocks all features, and the pricing varies only whether you pick monthly or annual billing. This plan has unlimited integrations, calendar sync, analytics, and all the things that I mentioned during the comparison. So if you'd like to try it out, Akiflow's 7-day trial is a great opportunity. Meanwhile, Motion has 3 different plans: the individual, team, and enterprise. Honestly, individual plans only include AI scheduling, task management, and calendar sync, and it's not really worth it in my opinion. However, the team plan is the best value because it includes time tracking, workload analytics, and collaboration tools. And of course, the enterprise plan has extra benefits, but small teams and individual users just don't need those. What all users need is a 7-day free trial, and Motion does have that for all tiers. Also, remember that you can check the links in the description or scan those QR codes to get the best productivity app for you right away. Okay, so here's my summary. Akiflow is best for you if you like to control your schedule manually. You prefer visual planning over AI features, use multiple external tools daily, and want to track your time efficiently. Motion would fit you better if you want to outsource scheduling and small tasks to AI, set up automatic task prioritization and timetable modifications, and prefer a structured team-based environment. So that's the review. Thanks so much for watching. If you watched this far, you might enjoy more videos from WellnessPulse. I also have a separate Akiflow review and Motion review on my channel, so make sure to check those out for more information. Stay productive.